Welcome to Beyond the Falls podcast. I'm Sarah Jenkins, and today I've got Mike Kealy with the Man Up Movement.
Wow.
I'm super excited he's also former Realtor with Property Executives Realty.
I was a secret agent, Jeremy used to say. Yes, well, thanks for having me.
Yes, super.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear more about the Man Up Movement.
It is that time of year.
So well, first let me ask a question. This is what I ask everyone. What's your tie to River Falls?
My tie to River Falls is born and raised here. My two brothers and I graduated from high school here in 1991, took off for a short stint for college, and moved back here with my first wife and raised all 5 of my kids here.
Amazing. It's a great place to live, right?
17 consecutive years with a student at Rocky Branch Elementary has now ended.
Oh my goodness.
It is. It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know, on the second generation to see this community is great growing up in, but then to raise your kids in it, it's even more special. And the things we have going on, like tonight talking about this, it's a cool place.
It is.
Very cool place.
And that's why you're here. I want to learn all about what is the Man Up Movement. Tell me what it is. How did it get started? What's your inspiration? All that good stuff.
Oh, the Man Up Movement. All probably started with a lot of conversations at the U-Bomb with Mr. Kevin Westhouse. Kevin and I, we did broadcasting together for 7 years, spent a lot of time getting to know each other and talking about the platform we had with the YouTube as the way it grew, and we were getting more and more subscribers, and 2,000 people watching a volleyball match on a Thursday night.
Yep.
It's a pretty big platform we created. So
yeah.
So the Man Up Movement we were talking about last night, it's myself, Kevin Westhouse, Rob Derry, Jeff Meyer, the Wolfman. We did the football broadcast for a few years and spent a lot of time together, chit-chatting ideas, and I said, how did we start last night? And Wolfman says it was because you're a student. So 5 years ago, I had a student, tough upbringing, bad life, got connected with this kid, talking to him, and he and his brother were in foster care and living with their great-grandmother, and just, he didn't know how to tie his shoes. He's an 8th grade kid, trusted me to have some conversation with him, and I came back to the YouTubers and said, I think we got some kid we can help. Mm-hmm. So we all pooled up some money, put together a list. We got him shoes. We got him sweatshirt. It was awesome, He'd come around with the Fighting Fish bright orange sweatshirt in school that Kevin Westhouse donated to him. And Russ Blasius, Fred Barr, Tim Burns, Aaron Cudd, John Longsdorff, myself. All the YouTubers. Came around to Christmas time. So I told this kid, I said, give me a list. Give me a list for you and your brother, and we'll see if we can make it happen. And all the YouTubers came through and gave him the best Christmas he's ever had.
Oh.
So get some updates from him. He's now moved on to North Dakota, moved in with a different family. He's doing great. Thanked all of us several times. And that was the start of the Man Up Movement.
That's awesome. Tell me about how did it grow from there?
This is year 6, I think we decided last night. My sister-in-law did the Power of 100 Women.
Yep.
Super cool. 100 women, $100, $10,000 purse. Give it away to a local charity.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of thinking one night, I'm like, maybe we need to do something with the men. Because the Power of the women had gone from River Falls to Hudson to Hammond, and it seems like every community has one now.
Yeah, it's grown so much. But So
all the 4 of us decided, let's go with it.
Awesome.
We started the Man Up Movement 6 years ago.
And you met last night.
We did.
So I'm guessing, because you met last night, there's probably a meeting coming up, or tell me about what that looks like.
We used the platform of YouTube, Greg Peters in the volleyball match and Kevin with the football. We put that out there. We've got all the names of all the 5 years of donators saved, So it takes us about a week to raise $10,000 to $12,000.
Awesome.
So we try to figure out what to do with the money.
Yes.
So last year we gave $6,000 to the Fire Asian Foundation. JP heard about this, gave me a call. I said, let's sit down and talk about your organization, and the team agreed it's a great place to give. Then we gave the other $6,000 to the Sunshine Fund.
Yep, they were just in here talking about that. Just a
very impressive organization.
Yeah.
So we've given to the Legion, ARC, Turning Point, Our Neighbor's Place, the Food Pantry, Sunshine Fund a couple times, Rhinos.
Yeah.
So we try to keep it local.
Yep.
We try to keep it for kids.
Awesome.
So,
It's a lot of money over the years.
A little more than $50,000.
Yeah. And do you guys So I know my husband's gone a few times. Tell us, is there a gathering?
There is. We haven't got that far
Okay,
yet.
okay,
We were
sorry.
we were spitballing last night and coming up with some ideas, right, of who to give. Kevin thinks we can do something maybe bigger.
Okay.
We just don't know how to maybe look like that. So last night we talked about possible scholarships
Okay.
to maybe some CVTC students, local students.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
Figure that out. Kevin was going to communicate with the Chippewa Valley Tech and figure out what we can do there. But I think we've hit all the ones in town.
Yeah.
We make the decision. We do take feedback from our donors and stuff like that. But we try to keep it local. And
Is there
what we can
anything?
do.
Is there anything? If you wanted to donate, you're a gentleman out there. You want to be part of the Man Up movement. What do they need to do? How do they get connected?
Shoot me a text.
Shoot you a text.
612-245-8153.
Shoot Mike a text.
Email Kevin Westhouse at the YouTube. He's got an email channel. We'll have it on all the broadcasts coming up here.
So keep our ears open for the next.
Yep. Then I'll go through the list of all the men and women, so you can donate too, Sarah.
Okay, good to
Gene
know.
Kirk is very adamant that Linda donates every year. He's my neighbor, right? Part of the church that Jeff Meyer goes to. So my daughters have donated. Sarah Kealy has donated. So
Awesome.
we open it up to everybody.
Everyone's invited.
And we have our gathering down at the Tarnation Tavern. Freddie Bauer lays out a good spread for us. We bring in the big checks and bring a member from each person we donate to come and collect and talk.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So just a quick little, I wouldn't even call it a presentation, or
It might be a
kind of a presentation.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a very, very formal presentation.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been cool.
As a community, how else can we be supportive to what you're doing?
The community's an incredible place. I sat down with a bunch of men years ago, and Josh Cleveland was there, and I just said this place, right, with what Tanner Kelm went through and some of the other cancer kids that get hit here, this community backs them and supports them, and Sarah does a great job with her cancer night, I think is Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Coming
I had
up.
to interview Tracy Bannett a couple years ago and a few other people, and so stay connected,
Yes.
support each other. You can give more than 100.
There you go.
We haven't had that yet.
There's no
Chris?
limit.
No,
You haven't had that yet.
I don't think we ever have.
Oh, okay. Well, it's good to know.
Yeah. So I'll start texting everybody and emailing everybody, and we get a little Venmo, and they'll start putting up at the broadcast, and you can donate right there with your Venmo. 100% payback. Everything donated goes back out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about the Man Up movement?
Start watching for it on YouTube. Friday night football and volleyball on Thursdays and the weekends.
Awesome. Well, Mike, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining me, taking time out of your week to
Yes, perfect.
talk about it. I think what you're doing is amazing for our
you.
community,
Thank
and
you.
I'm super appreciative of it.
You bet.
So,
Good group of dudes. Thanks for having me.
yeah. Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Falls, and we'll see you on the next episode.